We live in a world obsessed with solutions. When we got a problem, there is an application for it. When we lost during a road trip, we use maps to gain back. When we are hungry, we tap to order the food we love on Swiggy or Zomato. When we thoroughly stressed, we download a meditation application to bring back ourselves. But here is the catch. So often, our solutions solve the problem. That's where design thinking comes in place. It's not about rushing to answers, it's about slowing down. We must be empathizing, defining, ideating, prototyping and testing. That's what I call it as EDIPT framework of design thinking. Design thinking isn't just for designers. It's for anyone solving human problems. Whether you are a doctor, a startup founder, a teacher, or even a political leader. Hello everyone, this is Sudhai Kumar Shivagurunathan, lead UX designer and the founder of Travent. The world's biggest problems are always messy. Financial applications that confuse first-time users on how to safely invest. Hospital check-ins that frustrate patients as no digital reciprocation. Airlines that makes rescheduling a nightmare for the travelers. Streaming services that overwhelm us with too many choices when we want to watch something good. Why do these failures happen? Have you ever thought of it? Because most problem solving assumes problems are neat, logical and linear. But human problems aren't linear at all. They are emotional, they are cultural and very much contextual. That's why many brilliant products flop in the market. They are built for business goals, not for human needs. And this is where the design thinking EDIPT framework shines. To bring it alive, let's walk through the story of Airbnb. Let's see them in phases. Number 1, empathize phase. Back in 2007, the founders, Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia, noticed a real problem. Hotel rooms were too expensive in San Francisco. They empathized with people who couldn't afford stays during conferences. Second phase is nothing but define phase. Here, instead of framing it as people need hotels, they defined it as how might we help travelers find affordable local stays while giving hosts extra income. Number 3, ideate. They brainstormed crazy ideas from renting out airbeds to turning apartments into mini B&Bs and no idea was off limits. The fourth over here is prototype. They didn't start with a polished platform. They started with a crappy simple website and photos they took themselves of their own apartment. That was the prototype is all about. The final phase is test. They tested it with real travelers. They received the feedback from them and understood what worked and what not. Later, they refined, scaled and kept testing. Today, Airbnb is not just a company. It's a global movement that redefined travel. It is all because they followed a process that started with empathy, not with technology. That's the power of EDIPT framework. But Airbnb is just one example. Design thinking process has transformed countless industries. Let's see them now. Number 1, I'm going to say is healthcare. Clinics reducing patient stress by prototyping friendlier waiting room layouts. Next one is retail. E-commerce brands simplifying checkout after empathizing with anxious first-time shoppers. And the last one I have is fintech. Application showing repayment timeliness visually instead of jargon-filled tables. The correction is this. Design thinking is not a theory. It's not sticky notes on a wall. It's a disciplined process of humility to listen, test and adapt. So here is the takeaway I have for you. Every time you face a problem in your work, business or even in your life, you should resist the urge to jump straight to a solution. Instead, walk through the EDIPT framework. First, you have to empathize the problem deeply. Secondly, define it clearly. Third, ideate widely. Then prototype it cheaply. And the final part is very crucial. Test it honestly. There is no bias. Design thinking is not just a framework, it's a mindset. A reminder that innovation doesn't start with technology, it starts with humans. Great design is not about perfect screens, I'm saying. It's about meaningful experiences. And we design with empathy. We don't just create products, we create possibilities. Not only that, we are able to create future worth living. Thank you.